Planning a trip to Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom can be overwhelming, thanks mainly to the large number of rides and attractions found within the most magical place on Earth. But have no fear, because in this video, I'm going to be your guide and provide all the information that you'll ever need to guarantee you and your family a great Disney day. Hi, I'm Andrew, and welcome to the Florida Tips for Brits Ultimate Attraction Guide 2024 Magic Kingdom Edition. But before we get started, just what exactly is Magic Kingdom? Well, Magic Kingdom is one of the 4 main theme parks that occupy the 42 square miles of Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, and is comprised of 6 main lands or areas. These are Main Street USA, Adventureland, Frontierland, Liberty Square, Fantasyland, and Tomorrowland. Each area has its own unique look and feel and offers a variety of rides and attractions ranging from fast-paced thrill rides to gentle boat rides and everything in between. Oh, and have I mentioned that it's the most visited theme park in the world, welcoming in excess of 17 million visitors from around the globe each year, which is, well, it's a lot, isn't it? So now that you know what Magic Kingdom is, let's take a look around. First up, upon entering the Magic Kingdom, you will find yourself in the town square. This is where you can meet Mickey Mouse and a range of other characters at the town hall, board a vintage double-decker bus or a horse-drawn trolley for a spot of people watching, and check out the first attraction in our guide, the Walt Disney World Railroad. This relaxing 20-minute long train ride not only provides a scenic tour of the park's perimeter, but also stops at several other locations along the way, namely Frontierland and Fantasyland, before heading back to Main Street USA. Continuing on now and taking a stroll down Main Street USA, this is where you'll be able to catch a glimpse of the iconic Cinderella Castle off in the distance, and where you'll feel like you've stepped back in time to a simpler, more magical era. You might be able to catch a whiff of some delicious snacks from the Main Street Bakery, or hear the sweet harmonies of the barbershop quartet, affectionately known as the Dapper Dans, drifting by. You can shop for Disney merchandise until your heart's content here, thanks to the many stores available on Main Street, and can even watch glass being blown to make some of the ornaments on sale. But my favourite thing to do here has to be listening to the fantastic pianist that can be found playing daily outside the fan favourite Casey's Corner restaurant. These guys are world class and I love it. Continuing on from Main Street, you'll find yourself in the hub of Magic Kingdom, which serves as a crossroads to the other lands within the park. This is where you can grab a fun pic with the partner's statue of none other than Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse himself, and of course that famous castle. The hub is also where you find the castle stage, which is the home of the morning welcome and the Mickey's Friendship Fair show throughout the day. Plus, of course, in front of the castle is probably where you want to be for the evening fireworks spectacular Happily Ever After, which can be seen taking place high above the castle on select evenings throughout the year. Moving on from the hub now, let's head off into the park to explore further, and for the purposes of our guide, I've chosen to head clockwise around the park and start in Adventureland. The first attraction you come to in Adventureland is the Swiss Family Treehouse. This walkthrough attraction offers a look into the life of the shipwrecked family Robinson, who carved out a home amongst the treetops, and as you ascend the treehouse, each room reveals fine details about the Robinson family's lives. Plus, when you get to the top, the views are breathtaking, providing amazing vistas of the surrounding park. Next door to the treehouse is the Magic Carpets of Aladdin spinner ride, where riders can control their own flying carpet for a fun ride for all the family. Continuing quickly on now through Adventureland, we find the iconic Jungle Cruise, where guests board boats led by witty skippers through a variety of exotic waterfront locations, complete with audio animatronic wildlife and ancient temples. This ride blends adventure with, let's be honest, dad jokes. And it's great. Next up in Adventureland is going to be the Enchanted Tiki Room, where guests are treated to tropical melodies performed by colourful birds, flowers and tikis that come alive in this Disney classic attraction. It's also air conditioned, which doesn't hurt. Just around the corner from the Jungle Cruise and the Tiki Room, you'll find the Pirates of the Caribbean boat ride. This is actually one of my all-time favourite attractions, by the way. This classic dark ride takes guests back to a time of buccaneers and buried treasure, and once aboard your boat, the waters glide you through Dead Man's Cove, complete with the remains of some ill-fated pirates, and then moments later you'll find yourself being dropped into darkness, only to emerge in the middle of a pirate raid led by Captain Barbossa. From this point, you drift into a town at night filled with all kinds of pirate shenanigans, and of course, a good old-fashioned sprinkling of Captain Jack Sparrow. The pirate theme in this ride is set to be further enriched with the Pirates of the Caribbean Lounge, which was announced at D23, but unfortunately Disney hasn't released any further details about this yet, but I think it's fair to say they're going to be serving pizza for 8. Pizza for 8? Pieces of 8? Is it? No? No one having that? Okay. Might have ridden the Jungle Cruise one too many times, the bad jokes are rubbing off. Anyway, moving on now to Frontierland. As we head down the dusty trails of Frontierland, featuring attractions and architecture that echo the old Wild West frontier, those of you feeling competitive may have a chance to test your aim at the Frontierland Shooting Arcade, where animated targets provide light-hearted challenge for sharpshooters of all ages. Moving on now, and not far from the Shooting Arcade, you can find the currently under refurbishment Country Bears Jamboree Show. Well, later this year, the Bears will be back with updated animatronics and a refreshed set list of songs featuring the Country Bears renditions of classic Disney favourites. Can't wait to see that. Next, we'll head to the Enchanted Bayou of New Orleans. With Tiana's Bayou Adventure set to replace my beloved Splash Mountain in summer 2024, this reimagined attraction aims to delve into a chapter of Princess and the Frog that takes place roughly a year after the events of the movie. Featuring original music and updated animatronics, this aims to take guests straight to the heart of the New Orleans festivities. And as much as I love Splash Mountain, I am looking forward to seeing this ride with my own eyes later this year. We definitely need a water ride back in Magic Kingdom. Now, for those of you looking for a more laid-back experience, you need only take the exploration rafts over to the nearby Sawyer Island. This island offers a maze of secret trails, mysterious caves and rope bridges, and is inspired by Mark Twain's famous stories, providing an interactive playground and stunning views of the next attraction on our tour, which is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Now, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is themed to a gold rush mining town and is surrounded by red rock canyons, and sees guests board mine trains and set off an adventure that winds its way along rickety tracks with stunning visuals and details that immerse guests in the Wild West. The runaway train barrels through vibrant caverns and dark tunnels, blending rich theming and panoramic views in this classic rollercoaster fun. Just remember to remove those hats and glasses. Next up is the smallest of the 6 lands at Magic Kingdom. It is Liberty Square, where you can immerse yourself in America's colonial past and check out the Hall of Presidents for a dose of American history complete with lifelike animatronics. Then brace yourself for a spooky adventure at the Haunted Mansion, complete with the amazing stretching room pre-show and the new Hatbox Ghost. This dark ride is one of my kids' favourite attractions at the Magic Kingdom and is not to be missed. Just make sure to watch out for hitchhiking ghosts following you home. From here, we'll head back to the centre of Liberty Square for the Liberty Square Riverboat. The riverboat takes guests on a 20-minute leisurely half-mile ride around the rivers of America aboard the Liberty Belle paddle steamer. Once on board, you're treated to scenic views of the surrounding areas, including Sawyer Island, the Haunted Mansion, and Big Thunder Mountain. Moving right along now to Fantasyland, which is located right at the heart of Magic Kingdom. The first attraction we come to from our direction of travel is It's a Small World. It's a classic boat ride which immerses visitors in a harmonious global journey full of colourful scenes of children from different cultures dancing and playing, all united by the ride's message of a universal bond of humanity. It's a classic attraction you have to do at least once, just don't ever expect to get the song out of your head. Peter Pan's Flight is up next, as it's just across the road from It's a Small World. Peter Pan's Flight is an indoor track ride where guests are invited to board flying galleons and soar off into the night, thanks to a sprinkle of pixie dust from none other than a cast member. You'll fly over famous settings and scenes from the 1953 classic before diving into the heart of Neverland and Pirates Cove. You'll come face to face with Captain Hook before safely escorting Peter's young companions back to the bustling streets of London. Now be warned, huge wait times for this ride are the norm, mainly due to the fact that it's very slow to load, has quite a low capacity, and it's suitable for all ages. Found in the centre of Fantasyland is a courtyard, and in the centre of that courtyard is the Prince Charming Regal Carousel, where guests are invited on a regal journey aboard intricately designed steeds, and this is actually the oldest attraction at Walt Disney World, having originally been built way back in 1917 before Walt Disney purchased it in 1967 for the Magic Kingdom. This ride's a lot of fun, especially for those younger guests, and doesn't typically have a long wait. Close by to the carousel is Mickey's PhilharMagic Concert. This attraction is a 4D film that unfolds on a giant 180-degree screen and features Disney characters and songs from popular movies such as The Lion King and Coco. This is a bit of a hidden gem if you ask me. It's often overlooked and never really has a long line, but it's a lot of fun for all the family. Now, this is the part of our guide where our trip around the Magic Kingdom can go one of two directions, and basically attractions can be found around every corner. So I'm just going to work through everything that's here, but not necessarily in the order you might arrive at them, depending on which route you choose. So the next attraction on my list is Enchanted Tales with Belle. In this attraction, you'll be magically transported from Maurice's cottage to the Beast Library for a delightful storytelling experience. You'll meet and spend time with Belle, and you may even be invited to play part of the story. It really is a unique experience like nothing else in the park. Moving along, we find ourselves at Under the Sea, The Journey of the Little Mermaid. This ride combines advanced animatronics and Disney's signature set-piece designs, all backed up by the movie's popular music. Oh, and it doesn't hurt that this ride has amazing air conditioning. It really is great in those summer months. Next up, we're heading to Storybook Circus, which, although in Fantasyland, feels almost like its own little area. Storybook Circus has been tailored to the park's youngest guests, who can enjoy Casey Jr.'s Splash and Soak, take a spin on Dumbo the Flying Elephant, complete with its interactive themed play area, or head to Storybook's main attraction, the Barnstormer. The Barnstormer is a goofy themed roller coaster which is brief, just 21 seconds long in fact, but is a perfect entry into roller coasters for folks who are perhaps a little bit small for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Big Thunder Mountain. It's honestly an excellent starter roller coaster for the kiddos. Next we have Mad Tea Party, where guests control and spin oversized teacups amid Fantasyland's storybook scenery in an Alice in Wonderland theme attraction. This one's a lot of fun, just maybe not on a full stomach, or if you suffer from motion sickness. Maybe give this one a miss if you suffer from motion sickness. Right next door to the teacups can be found the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh Dart Ride. Once you've navigated the fun interactive queue, riders then board the Honeypot ride vehicles for a whimsical journey with Pooh and pals through the 100-acre woods and the pages of a storybook. This is pure Disney dart ride magic and I love it. But for those of you who are looking for something a little faster paced, just across the way is the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Now this is definitely one of the headliner roller coasters for the Magic Kingdom park and blends vintage charm with modern technology. Riders board hand-carved ride vehicles and are then whisked away through a mine on this unique roller coaster which has this kind of swaying motion which is actually very smooth. It's said to give you the sensation of being in a genuine minecart. I've never been in a genuine minecart, but I'll take their word for it. The ride features fantastic audio animatronic figures of the Seven Dwarfs and provides panoramic views from the coaster's peak. Just be warned, this attraction is very, very popular, with queues that often seem, well, endless, like without end. They're constantly 90 minutes. It never gets any better. Just be prepared. If this is on your must-do list of rides, you're probably going to have to wait for it. And finally, we're going to head to Tomorrowland. Now, Tomorrowland represents a retro, futuristic vision of the future and is where you'll find the next attraction on our list, the Astro Orbiter. The Astro Orbiter offers visitors the sensation of piloting their very own spacecraft, spinning high above Tomorrowland below. And it grants guests some of the most amazing views of Magic Kingdom. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit frightened of this ride. Kind of feels like you're going to fall out, but it's super popular and I believe some people enjoy it. Me personally, it's not for me. After the exhilaration of the Astro Orbiter, we're going to head to Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, where guests are going to find themselves part of a live interactive comedy show hosted by the monsters of Metropolis. Now, these monsters actually interact with the audience directly, which means that this attraction is never quite the same twice. So lots of, I was going to say re-rideability, but it's not a ride. Rewatchability, I guess. It's a lot of fun. Just around the corner from Monsters Inc., you've got Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. This is an interactive dark ride where new recruits can join Buzz Lightyear to battle the evil Emperor Zurg, using the onboard laser guns to shoot targets and score points. This is a super fun attraction, especially for those seeking a little bit of friendly competition. But will you have what it takes to be a galactic hero? I know I don't. I don't think I've ever done it. But you can do it. You can get Galactic Hero. It's fun. They'll give you stickers at the end if you do it. Time for a complete change of pace now as we visit the Carousel of Progress. Now, the Carousel of Progress was actually created by none other than Walt Disney himself, and the carousel celebrates the progression of technology and innovation over the course of the 20th century, as the audience rotates between different scenes from the dawn of electricity to today's modern conveniences. And it's also a great way to have a sit down for 20 minutes and get some air conditioning in the summer months. You need to go and see it. You definitely need to go and see it. But also, if your feet are aching and it's a bit hot outside, this one's a must-do. Now, speaking of must-dos, we're moving on to one of my favourite things to do at Magic Kingdom now, the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. This ride provides some of the best views of Cinderella Castle you'll find anywhere, as well as an opportunity to catch a glimpse of Progress City, Walt Disney's original vision for Epcot. You'll also be granted a unique view from inside of Space Mountain, which is even more amazing if the lights happen to be on when you go through there. And I just think that this ride offers the perfect balance between relaxation and sightseeing. I love it. Now, for visitors with the need for speed, this next attraction at Magic Kingdom could be just the ticket. Well, in spirit anyway. The Tomorrowland Speedway offers guests a not-so-speedy ride around the picturesque winding half-mile track with all the fun of steering their own race car. This is all set amidst the land's futuristic landscapes and gives you some really unique views of the close-by attractions. Next, we have the classic Space Mountain Indoor Coaster. Now, this ride is very easy to spot thanks to its distinctive cone-shaped exterior and is actually the oldest roller coaster in Florida. Space Mountain offers thrill seekers an opportunity to zip through the cosmos, aboard a rocket ship. Just be prepared for twists, turns and drops in basically complete darkness. From the oldest roller coaster in Florida now to one of the newest, we're heading to Tron Light Cycle Run. Now, Tron Light Cycle Run is inspired of course by the Tron movie series and is all being showcased under this spectacular colour changing canopy known as the Upload Conduit. Once inside the ride, guests are digitised and are offered a chance to catch a glimpse of the light cycles being launched before they themselves get to straddle them. Once aboard the ride, you'll find yourself leaning forward, gripping the handlebars and just waiting to be launched at 60 miles an hour into the grid. Once inside the grid, the ride intensifies as you twist and turn along the intricate grid, encountering other light cycles, engaging a dynamic race to capture energy gates. Just be aware that at the time of recording this ride does still require you to join a virtual queue, so please bear that in mind if this is on your list of must-do attractions. Hopefully you found this video useful or at least entertaining, and if you did, please consider subscribing to Florida Tips for Brits and maybe leaving us a thumbs up on your way out. Or if you're looking for something else to watch, maybe check out this video next. Thanks for watching.